Penn Badgley, the actor behind the chilling and psychologically complex Joe Goldberg, is finally speaking out about the alternate ending that could have dramatically changed the conclusion of Netflix's hit series You. In a candid and revealing conversation with Vanity Fair, Badgley shared his perspective on the various endings that were considered for the final season, and why one particularly eerie version was ultimately left on the cutting room floor. After 5 seasons of suspense, bloodshed, and a deeply unsettling journey into the mind of a charming stalker and killer, You officially concluded its run on April 24, 2025. But what many fans didn't know is that the show's ending could have been very different, and possibly even more disturbing. Penn Badgley revealed that while his character has committed a string of horrifying acts over the years, the show's writers were hesitant to give him the traditional fate of a villain, death. "So, I think we found the one just ending," Badgley said, suggesting the team landed on the most fitting, and perhaps the most poetic, conclusion for the complex character. Yet, he admitted that there were long discussions behind the scenes about how Joe's story should truly end. One idea, pitched by series co-creator Greg Berlanti, involved Joe getting away with everything, living out his life having achieved all he ever wanted, only to be consumed by misery. It was to let Joe get away with it, to let him have everything he thought he wanted and just be absolutely miserable, Badgley explained. While that ending might have offered a form of karmic justice, Badgley pointed out its flaws, noting that it failed to take into account her, a nod to the women who have been central to Joe's obsessions and the emotional core of the series. But perhaps the most mind-bending idea came from showrunners Michael Foley and Justin Lowe, who envisioned a supernatural twist for the finale. In their version, Joe was actually dead, having been shot by Madeline Brewer's character, Bronte, and had been a ghost for the entire final season. The shocking revelation would have turned the entire narrative on its head, recontextualizing everything viewers had seen. Joe wouldn't just be metaphorically haunted by his past, he would have literally been a specter, clinging to a life that had already ended. While the idea was bold and haunting, it was ultimately deemed too far removed from the grounded psychological tone the series had maintained. Despite his horrifying deeds, Joe Goldberg became a cultural phenomenon. Part of that was due to Badgley's performance, which layered Joe with charm, vulnerability, and twisted rationalizations. Over the years, the show sparked endless debates over morality, accountability, and the dangers of romanticizing toxicity. Ending Joe's story was never going to be easy, and the team behind You clearly took that responsibility seriously, exploring every possible route to ensure the finale resonated. Now that You has officially ended, fans can reflect on the path not taken, where Joe becomes a ghost, or a man tormented not by justice, but by achieving his hollow dreams. Ultimately, the ending they chose may not have involved death or the afterlife, but it did offer a conclusion that stayed true to the heart of the series. A chilling examination of obsession, control, and the darkness that lurks beneath even the most charming smiles. Would you like this rewritten as a YouTube video script or with an added description and tags?